Hello and welcome to another episode of Burning Questions. Thanks, Alex, for that. So guys, today we are checking out another code card. That's how we roll Burning Questions, and this code card comes from Lumkile Mondi, and it says South Africa will fall if it continues along the current economic path. This is very easy, straight to the point. I don't think we need further explanation as to what he's actually saying. So I'll start with Diego. What do you think of this code card? Is this statement true?
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with what has been said, 100%.
Mm,
I think we are really moving in the wrong direction as far as our economics are concerned as a country. And
mm,
if we don't turn things around as soon as possible, well, immediately,
yeah.
then yeah, we might in future find ourselves in a Zimbabwe situation. It does seem like we are headed there.
Well, guys, I'm
Policy
scared.
positions such as, come again?
Let's not be like Zimbabwe. I'm sorry.
Yo, I
Love
hope we don't
Zimbabwean
get
people to
there.
hate.
I hope we don't get there, but all
Yeah.
indicators, all economic indicators, how things are going in the country, it does look like we are going there slowly but surely.
Okay, that is sad, Diego. I don't think
Yeah.
we were meant to say that. Anyway, let's go to comment. The first comment for this code card, and it reads: South Africa has already fallen, and impossible to fall any further. It's at the bottom and drowning fast. Alex, are we drowning fast? Are we at the bottom? Are we already fallen, as Christine is saying?
Um, I understand the cynicism, but
Hmm.
I think rock bottom looks a hell of a lot worse. I
Yeah.
think we get glimpses in various places of what rock bottom can look like.
Mm,
Um, but I definitely don't think all is lost. I think we are still a modern economy. We do have at least some economic growth,
mm,
some service delivery in certain areas. Um, so I think what's important is for people to look around them at their immediate circumstances.
mm.
Your personal life. You can get very, very pessimistic about what's happening in the country, and obviously for generation of wealth, their prospects are not good.
Yeah.
Um, you know, the rand's losing value. Um, we poorer, essentially poorer than we were 5
Yeah.
years ago from a sort of a purchasing parity point of view. So I think there's still lots of reasons for optimism, but I think there is an onus on South Africans to just continue demanding reform. We had Sona last week where we were
Yeah.
promised pipe dreams and things we've heard for the last 4 years. I know Tiejo's been thinking about writing about it this week, so I'm sure,
Mm,
let's think about it in the context of Sona, all these promises that the government wants to achieve, social compacts, this,
yeah.
how do we actually get things going full steam ahead?
And how some of these promises have changed. Because I think the last Sona, the president was like, the government will create jobs. And then he comes back and says, businesses are the ones that create jobs. I was like, sir. But anyway, let's go to the next comment of the week.
Well, he was
So,
wrong. Just to say quickly, the
Exactly.
government was wrong from the beginning. We
but
are glad that now he's back to his senses.
but just on that, I think it's almost like because he's promised it for 4 years now, he thinks
mm,
that now it's an admission that, oh, actually, the private sector creates jobs, but it's like actually because we failed at creating
uh,
an environment. And what
Mm.
what makes me so angry is he says private sector creates jobs, but they're making it so difficult for people to create jobs.
exactly.
Man,
That dude,
no.
exactly. I'm just like,
For six
sir,
years.
dude. Anyway, let's go to Louise's comment, and it reads: Get rid of the deadwood in our party. I hope that is party. Bring in fresh ideas. They've run out of any thought or thinking tanks. Same old, same old. Louise, we here. Fan, think tank, Institute of Race Relations, we here. But anyway, Diego, I don't know. Fresh ideas. What fresh ideas do we need in South Africa in order for this economy to come back to life?
Well, I don't think I don't think we necessarily need fresh ideas. I just
Mm,
think we need the right set of ideas to be pushed in parliament. I don't think the matter is so much the people who are in parliament right now. The matter is much more about what they stand for. So even
mm,
if you were to bring new people into parliament with whatever fresh ideas, they could still come with fresh ideas that are really nonsensical and carry no weight, you know.
right.
So
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily have to come up with fresh ideas. I think there are ideas that have already been carried out in countries such as Switzerland, ideas that have been carried out in a province like the Western Cape. We
Mm,
could, yeah, just adopt some of those ideas. Things like the minimum wage. We know that countries that have adopted the stance of not having a minimum wage in their countries, for example, are doing
mm,
far better than us, economically speaking.
Mm.
yeah.
Things such as BE and stuff, all these policy positions that seek to place people in positions based on your skin color, your gender, things about ourselves that we cannot change, we cannot control, we cannot enhance. I mean, I can't enhance my skin color, I can't enhance my penis, I can't change it into, well, you
Let me
can,
show.
but yeah. But
You
we
can
need to start
bleach.
caring
You can.
more. We yeah, you can, but it doesn't change the skills that I have. It doesn't change my
Mm.
knowledge. We need to
Yeah.
focus more on that. Focus more
Yeah.
on skills. Focus more on knowledge. That's what's gonna get us far as a country, rather than this whole nonsensical thing of focusing on private parts and skin colors. It's nonsensical,
Mm.
and it must be called out for exactly what it is.
Yeah, definitely. And Alex, in the comment, Louise then says there are no think tanks in South Africa. I presume that's what you were saying. There are no think tanks in South Africa. What do you say? What do you have to say about
Mm.
this? And give us maybe a few names of think tanks that you do know, what they're about and what they do.
No, of course. I mean, I think there's a very active civil society in South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Institute of Race Relations, which
Mm,
we work with. Like ourselves. You've got places like the Helen Suzman Foundation, Free Market Foundation. I mean, there's tons. There really are so
yeah.
many. And I think even just ordinary South Africans have better ideas than what's going on at the
Mm,
moment. And I think the one thing is that there were some fresh ideas that came out of Sona last week. Now
yeah.
the government wants to reserve jobs for South Africans only, as a means to overcome unemployment levels, but at the same time can't provide enough electricity, and also, like Tiojo says, pursues race-based policies, has onerous labor regulations.
Mm,
It's just like, guys, you're missing the point. It's not about fresh
yeah.
ideas. Look, to be fair, the guiding document of the ANC, the National Democratic Revolution, was drawn up in the 1960s. So I think Kirsten's definitely onto something in that
Yeah.
regards. The ideas are there. The government just needs to adopt more free market thinking.
Yeah.
But then you start coming into thing clashing with the idea of cadre deployment, which keeps the ANC moving.
Mm,
So, it's just that there's no political will to actually make things better.
yeah. No, definitely. Guys, let's go
Tax
to the last
levels, yeah.
comment. Yes, you can
No,
carry
but
on.
just jumping in there, I was about to say
Jump
that I'm
in,
one of
sir.
those who believe that it's insane that we have such taxes in South Africa as well. Things like taxes, the government should look into reducing taxes.
Mm,
In that way, private companies get to have more money staying in their wallets. They can create jobs. Ordinary citizens get to have more money that can flow in the economy. And yeah, it helps with in terms of reducing the government as well, and allowing people more freedom and power to run their own shows outside
Mhm.
the corridors of the government. Sure.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely agree. The last comment, yeah, it reads South Africa will fail only if people like you, in the position that you are in, do not stand up and make a statement or do something in the leading up to new heights. This is a personal attack, Mr. Dudoit. Alex, I think I'll start with you. People like you in the position that you're in. I don't know, man.
Mhm.
I think Mr. Dudoit is projecting, but I don't know. Alex, go for it.
I think he's. I think he's probably referring to Lumkile Mondi. So I think at least then we don't have to take the fall here. But
Yeah.
I
Oh.
mean, it's a weird kind of projection.
Mm.
It's not the job of an economist, an economics lecturer, to stand up and make a statement. He's made a statement. That's what
Yeah.
we've just shown. He's made a
Yeah.
statement. So I mean, look, there's things that people can do to you know, stand up to government, to advocate for free market policies. And Lumkile Mondi is one of those economists who
Yeah.
does you know, he does research. He is one of the leading economists in South Africa. So I think, you know, if we're talking, referring like to the previous comment about fresh ideas, you know, if the government consulted someone like Lumkile Mondi,
Yeah.
who knows how to get an economy going, then we would solve the problem. So I think maybe the attack is maybe a little bit misdirected. But like
Yeah.
as Tiago said, like these ideas are not rocket science.
Yeah.
But I think the onus is on us at Fan and people watching this to demand from government to keep pressure on, whether it's through
Yeah.
writing emails to councillors, whether it's through, you know, liking a pro-liberty post on Facebook, whether it's sharing it with a friend. That's, you know, it's spreading the ideas that will actually help.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, I don't know, Diego, do you have anything to add before we close off the show?
Yeah, well, I could just say in short that I think I agree with everything Alex has said, and in addition to that, I think that South Africa will fall if each one of us, every citizen of this country, does not get up and become active, responsible citizens
Yeah.
who on a daily basis seek to protect our constitutional democracy, seek to protect our economics, how everything is ran in the country. So I think it would
Yeah.
take each one of us, every citizen, when we get to the ballots, for example, during votes, vote responsibly, number one. Number two,
Yeah.
throughout the season that the government of the whatever government would have elected would be in government, hold them to accountable. It doesn't take
Yeah.
an economist or a celebrity to do these things. An ordinary citizen, I'm allowed, even I myself right now, if I hear rumors that in a municipality here some people are chowing money and whatnot, I can, as an ordinary citizen, go to the police station and report that thing. So I think it would take each one of us, every
Yeah.
citizen, when you hear that, when you see your neighbor illegally connecting electricity, bridging electricity, report that to the police. When you
Yeah.
see someone getting into a shop and grabbing something, taking it without paying, report that person to the police. So if we all stood up and became responsible citizens, I think, yeah, we would be able to save South Africa. No individual is coming to save us. That's my
Yeah,
whole
no.
take.
That is
Sure.
very true. So, guys, go out there and save South Africa. Be a responsible citizen. And remember, your freedom is worth fighting for.